It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers on Sunday night.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Carter, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from SoFi. Here's Darius Davis to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic, and he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. First-round pick. He's got everything.
Oh, and they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's complete. It's the rookie from Ole Miss. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
Mike, when you put the film on of J.J. McCarthy, what really jumps off the screen is his ability to display footwork both inside and outside the pocket. And those movement throws, especially in today's NFL, they are so critical. On top of all that, he has a lot of trust in his arm. He's not afraid to attack tight windows. If he can continue to develop, continue to hone this obvious talent, he could really be a special player in this league.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. A big play for Minnesota. A gain of 48.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Here's 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for Aaron Jones. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
They run it once more with Jones. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first, so it'll bring up 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
On 4th down, it's Will Reichert time for this Viking field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings will take a 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Here's Herbert. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, it's Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell, and what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10. Gain of 12 and a 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great.
Jim Harbaugh unhappy with the officials, didn't like that call, and he throws the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. First and 10. Thrown quickly. That's more on the RPO.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Good job on the ground to pick it up. Mark it at the 38 and move those chains. 1st down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Moore going in motion. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now Jones. With good blocking leading the way. He's got the 1st down inside the 25.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, here's McCarthy. To the sideline, pulled in by Addison.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Here's 2nd and 2. Running left, it's Jones. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
3rd down, 3 to go. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Davis now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chargers offense ready to get back at it. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. On play action. Now Herbert. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A gain there of 17.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Now it's Herbert. Going to get that into the hands of his receiver, Mike Williams. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. 6-0 is our score. We're back in Southern California in a moment. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On play action now, Herbert. Now he'll run. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me, picks up a solid gain here on first down.
Now a give on the ground, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Shotgun now for Herbert. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone. And
he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Touchdown Chargers. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to take over once again. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Look at play action here with McCarthy. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Jones. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
And Mike, you know the best time to pick up first downs is? On first downs. Don't wait for third down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 first downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. And he's into the end zone. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. That a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Pistol here for Herbert. Pass caught right side by Conklin. Second down and 3. They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll manage only a couple. Jonathan Allen, the big man from the interior, with the stop. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Now Herbert on the bootleg. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, L.A.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Now a give up the middle. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
They'll stay on the ground.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Herbert. He's got it at about the 8. And he will get into the end zone. Mike Williams. Touchdown, L.A.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Point after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Chargers move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return is Rodgers. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Two minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. Right back to Moore, another grab. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That one into the hands of Jefferson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can. You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Throwing again is McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. He's going to have a Vikings first down. He's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot. Then there's a medium zone option. And then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of down. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw once more, here's McCarthy. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. 3rd down coming up.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. McCarthy going to look to throw again. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. To the air once more is McCarthy. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This, about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Vikings get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. This one will be taken in the end zone, no run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Herbert now on first down. Now a ball thrown deep for Johnston. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. In that first half, it was the veteran Aaron Jones who had it going. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense and Aaron Jones set to take over once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football.
Jim Harbaugh unhappy with the officials, didn't like that call, and he throws the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge unsuccessful, And they are out of challenges now for the remainder of the game. Second and a yard. On the ground now with Jones. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. Now a handoff. Jones. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for third and a yard. On third and a yard, it's McCarthy. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Here's Jones. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. There he goes again. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
To the right side, this is Jones. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. On the give, it's Jones. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third and 5. On the draw, here's Jones. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold him to a gain of 2. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This from 34 yards. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Vikings will extend their third quarter lead. Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Chargers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll stick with him again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Right side and hauled in by McConkey. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Conklin goes in motion. Herbert to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And he's going to have the Chargers 1st down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Right back to him on 1st down. Finding space at the 15. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field. And finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So now Herbert and the Chargers will go for 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he finds his way into the end zone again. Good stretch, finding the goal line, the touchdown, and the 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return is Rodgers. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. We'll get this complete. It's Addison again. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Moore going in motion. Up the middle, here's Jones. Not much developing there. Short pickup. Down to the 47. Here's a 2nd and 9. They run it once more with Jones. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Now McCarthy. find a receiver, and down he goes.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up fourth down.
So now, a big spot coming here. This to tie things up here in the fourth. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. That evens the score here in the fourth quarter.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Chargers offense and their running back set to go once more. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Williams in motion. Now it's Herbert. Now a screen set up for Harris. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick 1st down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A give to Jones, heading right. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold him to a gain of 2. Second down and 8. A run. It's Jones. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. On the handoff, Jones. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd and they get a fresh set of downs.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. And he'll work for... Two minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here is 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Moore. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Here's McCarthy. He's going to run it. Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run with Jones. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. In motion, it's Jefferson. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down. They'll run it here with Jones. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Will Reichard now on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Vikings will go up by 7. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Davis now to return it. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. From the gun, it's Herbert. Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
I really like the urgency this offense is playing with in this 2-minute drill, Mike. They understand it's touchdown or bust on what very well may be the final possession of this game.
Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. He'll get it inside the 20, and he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. That is 2 big pickups to start the drive, 32 on the latest.
Well, I'm not sure there's been one position on offense that has evolved more over the years, Mike, than the tight end position. They're no longer just the extra blockers. They're no longer just the underneath, hey, pick up a first down. These are some of the most dynamic playmakers in the league, and that's a great example of why.
Herbert to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Herbert to the air again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Herbert now on 3rd and goal. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
What a huge play. 4th and goal. Here we go. One final play. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within one, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
And now the decision is go for 2. That's a gutsy call, and really, in effect, it's ball game right here. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
Mike, this is the right call. I know it didn't necessarily work out for them in this case, but with this little amount of time left, try to end the game in regulation. Don't force this thing to overtime. They get that 2-point play, barring a miracle, they win. They end up coming up short, but I still think it's the right play.
And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So a win here for the Vikings. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night from SoFi.